What is up, everybody? Welcome to my channel and to this video. Today, let's take a look right there. We're going to be switching out that light and that one right there. These are exterior garage lights. We're going to get new ones installed. I'm going to show you how to do it from start to finish. So let's get started. Here's what we are installing. I'm very excited about these. We picked them out online and they're pretty cool. Let me get these out of the box and unwrap so you can get a look at them. Here they are out of the box. Don't they look pretty sexy? We've got a metal finish, kind of a distressed wood look. And I'll put a link, of course, as I always do in the description for this product if you're interested in other similar products that basically get really good reviews for a price point that doesn't break the bank. You can get a set like this for like $200, I kid you not. And sometimes they really pisses me off, actually. They sell them individually for like $100 or $89. Well, do that math, it gets real expensive real quick. This set was much more affordable than that, which I am very happy with. Pretty heavy, not overly heavy, but like not cheap, heavy duty, definitely metal. And this material, a plastic of some type. And yeah, let's get this installed. First things first, we gotta take these off. And I'm gonna put the camera down because I need two hands. There's another screw right there. All right, we're gonna take that down. We will donate this whole fixture. And next we're gonna make sure, dealing with the power here, we've got a live wire. That bulb is turning on. And of course we wanna turn that off, and we're gonna go down to the breaker box and turn off the power to the unit. I'm gonna keep that on because when I come back out, after I flip, I want to make sure that I flip the right switch. That should automatically be off. We will test for electricity using our multimeter just in case. Be safe, of course, as always, and let's get that power turned off. Just hit the breaker and it does appear off. Let me flip the light switch just to make sure. Yep, it is off. Next, we're going to take off the bulb and we should be able to access this little guy right here. That has probably been a while since it's come off. And this is going to be the set screw to attach this piece to the wall. Oh yeah, all kinds of good stuff back there. How are we attached up here? There we go. Oh my Lord, what is going on? Yuck. Just get the old brush out and start brushing this stuff out of here. Gloves, mask. Who knows what this stuff is? Some bee stuff, spiders. I mean, you're probably talking like 20 years, if not longer. Can't access those wires back there. So let me back out the back plate here. And then I'm gonna be real careful not to touch the wires. Of course, we need to confirm that electricity is off. I'm very confident it is, otherwise that light would have turned on. But we're gonna play it safe because I don't feel like getting electrocuted today. Okay, now I should be able to pull out these little pieces here, the wing nuts. Oh my goodness, what the heck? All right, I'm gonna take this off real carefully, and I need two hands because as soon as I disconnect that, that will fall. And I'm gonna be careful not to cross touch the wires at all. Okay. All right, get my multimeter out and I'll put it on 200. Oops. And we'll be, again, real careful here, but we're just confirming, get a good grip there and there. Yeah, we're on 0, so we are powered off and safe to touch. Come on. What the hell, man? It's so gross. And we're gonna remove all this silicone with a razor blade. Careful not to cut the siding. All right, with most of that removed, we'll take the back plate here, put those wires through there, and we need this long screw and this long screw parallel, because that's what's going to come through the new fixture, and it's going to kind of sit like this, which means we need to attach the back plate to the plastic junction box there, and the screw holes do align, and we might need some spacers in between, but it's going to kind of set like that. Make sure that's parallel. Right, next I'm just gonna test things. I don't have anything hooked up electric wise. Just gonna make sure that those screws don't protrude too much. And it looks like they do, because the caps that go on those screws won't go all the way to the base. So I need to shorten those screws up. And to do that, we are going to undo this nut right here and push the screw back a little bit more. I need to take off the back plate in order to unscrew. They don't twist from this side. You might need to take it off and take a screwdriver and unscrew them just to get started, and they should back out. You could also get some slightly shorter ones. These are machine bolts here. You gotta make sure they thread onto the cap freely all the way down, nice and tight. If you have once you put the back plate on, if you don't have any room for this head to go, like I do, see when I put it up there, it hits the siding. You see that? So I need to get shorter screws. So I'm gonna replace these longer ones with shorter screws. You can go to the hardware store to do that. Okay, I got the shorter screws in there, and that is much better. Once it sits like that, that will be the perfect amount of screw poking forward for the cap to bite onto and secure this thing properly in place. So let's get the electric now hooked up. And with things wired up, now we'll put the caps on and secure it tightly on both sides. Anyway, don't forget to put these teeny little washers on. I forgot the first time. They're like paper thin, but important to seal that from water entry. All right, with those caps on, we should be ready to put a bulb in and fire up the power to make sure it's working, and then we'll proceed to do rinse and repeat with this one. Oh man, I hope you have skinny hands. Wow, that's tight. I can make it work though. Not gonna let that stop me. Okay, power is on. Flip the light switch, and you think there's a problem, but before you take it off again and check all the wires, you need to make sure, see this little thing right here? That is your dusk to dawn sensor. So there's these little rubber caps that it comes with. You can put that over it, just like that, to test it out, and look, boom. It works, baby. So that looks pretty good. We are gonna put some vintage bulbs in here, and we're gonna seal this up with 100% silicone to make sure water does not get in, because that siding is not completely straight. All the way around the perimeter. So you could certainly leave it like this. I'm not super comfortable with this. It looks a little janky, doesn't it? Even though I think we're pretty watertight. So I picked up these little plastic contoured pieces that are designed to actually fit the siding itself, the contour shape. And so I wonder what that will look like in terms of water sealing ability and you know, aesthetic design. With a little modification, drilling out a custom center hole piece on both of these. This is just cheap plastic and super affordable, by the way. Links in the description. I paid almost nothing on these. Well, you know, a few bucks a piece as opposed to like 40 bucks a piece. Let's remove the other light fixture. By the way, there wasn't even a junction box. They're just wires protruding from the wall. But the idea is that it fits over like this, the mounting plate, and we will attach it, making sure that it's super snug like that. Doesn't that look a lot better? It's a contoured fit and it color matches. We will put some painter's tape on and then seal all seams with clear 100% silicone. And of course, we'll go ahead and take the other light down and get the new one installed. I'm a little out of order on my clips, but you get the point. These are LED super low wattage vintage bulbs. These should look real attractive. 6 watts, baby. A little better than these regular like lamp bulbs. These are great, but they're not very pretty when you can see the bulb, and obviously this plastic is see-through, so it's part of the style. Vintage. We're going to install a smart outlet, and to automate and voice activate these garage lights, I'll make a separate video on how to do that, but this is it. Alexa, turn on garage lights. Haha, they turned on. Alexa, turn off garage lights.
Okay.
Oh, I love that. Alexa, turn on garage lights.
Okay.
What? We'll stop the video there. We'll leave you some final shots. Overall, this is an easy job and a nice upgrade to the home. It requires a little bit of electrical know-how. Always hire a licensed professional to do electric work, and hopefully you've enjoyed this video. See ya.